Siema, z tej strony Polski Gracz. Widzimy się w kolejnym odcinku z Vampyra. Moi drodzy, idziemy tutaj do szpitala. Tutaj uciekamy przed tymi stróżami, bo nie ma co z nimi walczyć. No, bo jest ich zdecydowanie za dużo. Wow! O proszę, tu zobaczcie kogo mamy.
Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
Czempionem!
You selected me, chose me.
As shall my children yet to come.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
O proszę. To było całkiem ciekawe.
Making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave.
Ciekawy początek. Dobra, ją możemy sobie wyssać w sumie.
Who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
Ktoś jest u Edgara, więc na spokojnie, za chwilę. Najpierw to tu zróbmy z nią.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft.
Oh, I'm thirsty, Doctor. I feel decay rising in me.
Do you think about...
Every night. I did not want to kill him. I liked him. And now those hunters want me dead.
You're safe as long...
These walls will not protect me, Doctor.
You are a patient here, Miss Howcroft. Someone with real needs who deserves peace and treatment.
Don't be ridiculous, Doctor. How could a mortal carry all the pain of the world on his shoulders? I should be far more cautious.
Dobra, nic ciekawego o niej nie ma, więc...
Do you require...
My condition cannot be understood by...
Well, until the day science finally admits failure, please accept...
Thank you, Doctor. Your efforts.
Dobra, i teraz możemy iść z nią. Takie ona głupoty gada, że głowa mała. Tylko czas ją wyssać. Doktor pożerający swoich pacjentów. Ciekawie, co?
Beware, child of the night, for I shall come back and have my vengeance.
O, jakiś... Dobra, szybko sprawdziłem w necie, to na cmentarzu jakąś skrzynię to otwiera, czyli u tego tu gościa, co jakby te zwłoki robi, przynajmniej tak szybko gdzieś zauważyłem. Jest to tak, no.
It's
Nie.
locked, all right. It's locked.
Ty, gdzie to może być? Delma. Nie mam pojęcia, dobra. Nie będziemy wyszukiwali tego, nie wiadomo ile. Po prostu lecimy dalej z Koksem. Idziemy z Edgarem pomówić i z tym kimś, kto tam też jest.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes,
Column.
my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCallum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Leave him, Jonathan.
Nieprzyjemna rozmowa.
This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned. By the sacred stole, this is very bad news.
No bardzo słabe, że tu jakiś łowca się kręci po szpitalu. Mi się to nie podoba.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
Very well.
Jonathan, please, I can't rely on anyone else. And this concerns you as it involves vampires. Someone has taken advantage of our more liberal tendencies here.
In what way?
Jonathan, I may turn my head when you or her ladyship indulge, but I will not allow this place to become a nest for street feeders.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the
Oi, oi, oi.
hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Rest assured, I will protect
McCallum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this. If you don't mind, I have it.
I'd be delighted to help.
I just recently met the strangest creature in Whitechapel. He was immense. He mocked me and accused...
Perhaps it was a skull. London's streets are
No i to
overflowing
Skal na
with them
pewno
these
nie
days.
był.
It was a vampire, all right.
If you find anything more about this creature, the Brotherhood would greatly appreciate any information you could spare.
He was observing me with the obvious intent to do me harm. His very presence evoked a palpable sense of menace.
You need to be careful, Jonathan. You've no idea what this creature really is.
I recently tried to enter a church.
The Brotherhood's research on the matter of faith and vampirism has proved somewhat insubstantial, to say the least.
Is this proof that I'm...
The wrath of the Almighty? There's no way of knowing. It could be subconscious guilt, or irrational fear, or deep-seated beliefs.
It's hard to
I'm sure Lady Ashbury will have far greater insight.
Dobra.
Who was that man?
Jeffrey McCullum.
Przywódca
actual
stróżów
leader of
Priven,
the
o
Guard of
rety.
Priwen. I suspect he's the man behind the rebirth of this old and dusty society.
They know
I understand your need for blood and will not get in your way. But if you could refrain from feeding within these walls, it would go a long way to defending your case.
What do they...
Their ultimate goal is the eradication of all vampires in the country. They see you as a threat to mankind, Jonathan.
What exactly happened here?
Hampton turned, quite violently as it happened. Lurking about, attacked Miss Jones. To say he created quite a commotion would be an understatement.
Are you sure?
There was blood everywhere, but no body. And you know the state she was in. I fear for what he did with her. Hopefully he just hid the...
How did the guard...
McCullum has spies everywhere. He will jump at any opportunity to disparage the Brotherhood and show his contempt.
Okej.
Thank you. Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
On jest tutaj, co nie? No to doki teraz będą, moi drodzy. W szpitalu stan jest poważny dosyć. Już mamy 4 osoby wyssane, z wyssaną krwią przez nas. Jeszcze 5 będzie tutaj, 6 tutaj, ale to dopiero za jakiś czas. 7, 8, no... Czy może 9? Kurczę, tu sam personel lekarski zaraz będzie. Tutaj póki co mamy zbyt słaby poziom, żeby jakoś krew wyssać. Mamy problem z palmerami troszeczkę, nie wiem jakich... Będę musiał coś poczytać w necie, jak tu porobi z nimi. No i teraz do doków. I tu mamy jeszcze jedną dzielnicę, w której nie byliśmy, więc grubo dosyć. Dobra, zaraz pójdziemy też spać, ale tu widzę, że jest jakiś wykrzyknik i jestem dosyć ciekawy, cóż to może być. To chyba Lady, co?
Oh, Jonathan, I cannot believe my eyes. Poor woman, butchered by some savage.
Yes, and I'm afraid I'm at least partially responsible. The man...
Jonathan, how could you...
Forgive me if I feel despondent, for there seems to be no end to the suffering.
I'm always here for you.
What do you know of Ascalon? I was threatened by a creature, a vampire in Whitechapel, stating I had to obey the law of conduct.
What more can you...
He was bigger than a man, huge.
Fergal, the executioner
Fergal.
of Ascalon. You were fortunate he was not after you, but rather out doing his master's bidding.
What is?
The Ascalon Club are the most powerful vampires in Britain and exert tremendous influence.
Okej.
I have I've experienced a certain difficulty when faced with holy symbols or trying to enter religious buildings.
Now that's quite a question. I don't know why, but yes, it has happened to me.
Is this a sign?
I don't have the answers, Jonathan. But I believe superstition and magic is just fact awaiting the lens of science.
Aren't you?
Very little scares me, my dear. To be compelled to avoid symbols of faith does not
Have you embraced this?
Her name was Amelia. And no, I did not kill her. I vowed a very long time ago that I would never take another life. Unless they ask.
Is there sufficient?
Yes, Jonathan. The hunger gnaws at me every waking hour. Frankly, I'm starved.
Temptations.
Over the years, any pleasure I once gleaned from feeding is long gone. I drink for sustenance. And though...
Dobra.
Thank you.
I teraz lecimy.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Się przespać? No tu nic ciekawego nie ma. Dobra.
Goodbye.
Idziemy się przespać. Mamy dużo punktów PD do wydania. No i będziemy lecieli do Smutasa. Dobra. Dobra. Zobaczmy teraz, co się wydarzyło kolejnej nocy. Tutaj lepiej jest za to, ludzie są zdrowsi. Dobra. No a tutaj to w sumie nie wiemy, bo nie znamy tej w ogóle dzielnicy nawet. Wow! To jest cholernie daleko ogólnie, co nie?
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
O! O, proszę! To rozpoczęło... W szpitalu nie rozpoczęło żadnego śledztwa.
Good evening.
If you...
Thank you.
O.
Good evening.
Good evening.
According to the report I read,
That's not true. I know when my patient's life is at risk, and I'm more competent than a lot of doctors that I know. Problem is, I'm a woman.
I don't see what your gender has to do with your abilities, nurse.
Yes, nurse. Because I'll never be a doctor, no matter what my skills. I could make a decision that could save a life, but oh no, that's unbecoming conduct.
Have you heard of Elizabeth Blackwell? She was the first woman listed on the UK medical register.
To have the right to study shouldn't be determined by sex, skin, or wealth. That's all I'm saying.
Goodbye.
Dobra. No to co, do doków idziemy. Którą mamy minutę? Dobra, dążymy na spokojnie. Może po dokach się jakoś nie rozejrzymy, ale...
are redoubling their patrols in the district. I must be more careful.
Fear no evil. We do the Lord's work here. Live lively! It's unto us! Easy does it, boys.
Wow!
We can deal with this vermin. Steady, boys. We've got one of them here. It's an inch. Kill it.
Że aż tak? Podwoili patrole? To mi się nie podoba, czyli trzeba jednak będzie zadbać tutaj o to, żeby ci ludzie byli zdrowi.
Mark my words, miss. These murders are the work of a vampire.
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
I'm a tracker of these creatures. A vampire hunter.
Łowca wampirów!
You'd best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back and hunting all these poor folk, he needs a catching.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with daggers for teeth and icy claws. He comes of a sudden, nighttime, claiming innocence, then vanishes.
Teeth, claws, murders by night? Your sewer dog is my business. He's the kind of prey I hunt, milady.
Ha, ciekawe.
Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the...
A vampire hunter?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you are.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
To dawaj.
What can you tell?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Oh boy. It's a shame I wasn't around, but
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like...
Ciekawe.
So,
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are...
Can I help in any...
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
How do you...
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house
Co?
without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business,
chyba.
believe me.
Raczej wątpię w to, że kogoś tu złapał.
Have you heard of the...
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do...
Were you ever...
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary
So you hunt...
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
Okej.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. But I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there, they have plenty of reasons to hide.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe Sean...
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he
O,
was a
co
child,
jest?
he was molested. By a priest of all people. Funny thing is, though, it only strengthened his faith.
Ciekawe.
Maybe at least you can tell me.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts. He's a bartender and good judge of character. If he talks to you, then it's fine by me.
Dobra.
Good evening, sir.
Whatever.
Don't you recognize me?
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much.
I'm Jason Delaney.
What do you do?
I drink.
Why do you...
Maybe it's because I prefer dying.
You sound very sad.
That's because I am.
Don't you...
I'd love to, but I don't have the time.
Is there anything in particular?
How dare you say such a...
No reason at...
Let me tell you a story.
All right.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could change things around here for good, a tragedy occurred nearby.
What kind of tragedy?
It was a bomb. Bomb that exploded and killed many people. Metal and blood everywhere. Shouts, fire, broken window of the shoe shop, torn street light.
You lost people you loved that day, didn't you?
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is? I don't even remember where it happened. I've drunk so much to forget it. Now I can't remember where it was. I can't pay my homage to the dead.
I'm sorry, Mr. Delaney.
It's okay. If you ever find the place, just leave a flower for me there. Even if you tell me where it is. I'm not sure I'd...
Okej.
Surely you must...
Sure. I wanted things to change.
Sounds like...
No, sir. I was an anarchist.
O, jak coś mamy.
Do you really think the world is...
No, I believe we all can choose.
I want to know more about your past as an anarchist, Dyson.
I'm still an anarchist, Doctor. Make no mistake. I just reject violence as a tool to change the world, unlike my comrades.
Do you still see your comrades, then? Even if you don't agree with their methods anymore, I mean.
No. I hope they'll come to share my point of view one day. I'll raise my glass to that splendid idea.
Do you believe...
I do not believe in much anymore, Doctor. But I'll admit I like your idea of peaceful change. I like it a lot.
Dobra.
I'm looking for...
I really don't know about the sad saint.
Goodbye.
Kolejne śledztwo w dokach. Oj, oj, oj.
He didn't deserve...
Go outside.
Evening, miss.
Well, I never. That's a first. Customers who make that much mess rarely come back. Never mind in fancy togs.
I'm much more myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm Jonathan, Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor. I'm Sabrina
Nagle
Cavendish. How can I...
bardziej ochoczo nas wita niż wcześniej.
What can you...
People don't appreciate that line of questioning round here.
You look concerned.
This is a bad borough. Most people I know are afraid. Most locals will rob you blind or worse.
So you and your friend...
Tom's the only exception I've come across until now. But he's...
This place seems... How shall I put it?
We get people of all sorts here. It's that rare place in the docks where you can have a drink without being murdered. At least it's not a...
So this...
Yeah. Tom's convinced this is something the locals need. No one ever draws a weapon here. That's one of the...
Your boss must be quite...
Yeah. Tom's a great bloke. Mr. Hampton, who runs the night asylum, he's the only other man that's able to keep peace around here.
Dobra.
Excuse my curiosity.
Something bothering you? What, my name? Or my
Believe me, I never...
If that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me. Just you, Tom, Dyson, Miss Fishburne, and of course Mr. Hampton.
I'm sorry if I worried you.
Nosy. My dad was a sailor from Bombay, and my mum was a maid born up in Glasgow. They got married in London. And here I am.
Okay.
Miss Cavendish, would you be willing to help me locate Sean Hampton?
You better ask Tom, sir.
Why not Aunt...
We respect the privacy of our customers here, sir. Only Tom can decide who to speak.
Goodbye, Miss...
I think drink
I cannot enter.
Rozejrzymy się u góry, co jest. Naprawdę nic nie wpadło? Tu list czy coś? Dobra.
Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to...
You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm John.
I'm still Tom Watts.
What can you tell me?
That's not that bad. Thanks to people like...
Who?
Sean Hampton, our own private holy figure. Few are foolish enough to make peace with the gangs. Sean is one of them.
How is it you can keep this place open? This part of town doesn't seem particularly safe.
Well, since everybody needs a drink, my pub is considered neutral ground by most groups.
I see.
Or something like that.
Since I'm...
Perhaps, Doctor. Peace partly depends on my stock of gin. With the epidemic, my supplies are running low.
How could a physician help you in this matter?
I have a small warehouse just past the quarantine line. Perhaps, with you being a doctor...
Doctors aren't immune to disease.
Oh, thank you, sir. Here's the key to get it.
Dobra.
You're something of a figure.
I'm only pouring alcohol for everyone to forget their troubles. Sean Hampton is the one giving them long-term...
Why does your waitress feel in danger working on the docks? Do you think she has good reason to feel this way? Are you not worried about her safety?
Of course I am. The truth is, she's tougher than me deep inside. She just has to learn to control it.
Spoko.
Tom, I need to find Sean.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
I believe he returned to his flat.
Oh, I bet you're right.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. That would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
The important thing...
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Okej.
Goodbye, Mr. Watt.
Teraz tak, ogólnie byśmy mogli się po dokach tu... Dobra, się trochę rozejrzyjmy po dokach jeszcze, co? O, mamy Archera.
Good evening, sir.
Well, I could say the same of that.
I'm Dr. John...
And I am Archer Woodbead.
What can you tell...
People used to feel safe around here. They had the gangs protecting them. Now all they do is bicker and plot against one another.
Missing the good old...
Trust me, son. The longer you live, the less...
And what about the...
Back in my day, people trusted the wet boot boys. We looked out for the docks and its families. Nowadays, they're just a bunch of greedy fuckers.
You were a gang member.
I was their leader for a time, believe it or not. Now these bastards act like I'm nothing. Not one of them. They owe me some damn respect.
Ha. Ciekawe.
If you were such a respected figure, surely you have many interesting stories about this.
You bet I do, but make no mistake. I'm no rat, sir. Some secrets are...
Who would you trust? Or...
The owner of the Turquoise Turtle's a decent fella. Tom's his name. Sean Hampton's all right too. Don't particularly share his religious views. He's quite devout, if you catch my meaning.
Do you still know anyone?
Most of them are dead. I still give Miss Gillingham salutations. She doesn't remember me. She did once like me. Boy, she was a beauty back then.
Any remarkable...
Nobody. Well, there's that boy Rufus the Curse. I like him, despite the reputation he's made since his parents died. Poor little bastard.
Okej.
I'm sure a district as colourful as the docks must have plenty of stories about strange visitors and creepy characters.
So, you want me to talk about the sewer dog, don't you?
If you don't mind.
The sewer dog is a bitch. Appropriately named. An old woman dressed in rags. She has an elegance, though. Despite her ugliness. I saw her once.
Aha. Ciekawe.
Have you always...
It's not bitterness, it's poorly masked disgust. When everything turns to shit, we all have to eat a spoon or two.
Don't you think that the old people of your time were saying exactly the same thing about you and your...
Perhaps you're right, Dr. Reed. Well, I hope you'll not be around to see things turn sad and grey.
Tell me everything you know about the god.
Andrew never told me what they do. I do know they're vigilantes with military training. Access to some impressive firepower.
And what is your personal opinion about the guard, then?
This guard of Pre-1 is just another gang preying on the young and naive. Preying on people like my boy. I know how it works. I invented it.
Why did your son really join the...
If I believed in a higher power, I'd see this as punishment for my own sins. I deserve it for all the young men I enlisted back in the day.
You don't believe in God, though, do you, Mr. Woodbeard? So why did he join?
Now I think about it, Andrew joined the guard, not to defy me, but to follow in my footsteps, to make me proud.
So your son has left you nothing to explain his actions? No letter?
Not even a note. I'm a proud man, Dr. Reed. But I would kneel and pray if I thought it would give me my Andrew back.
No, dobra.
Tell me about the Wet Boot Boys, Archer. I want to know more.
We were there for the families and each other. It was us against the world. We were vicious, tough, even cruel. But we were united.
You sound like you were some kind of radical union member.
Yes, nowadays the communists and gangs squabble over pointless territory. Sounds stupid when you say it out loud.
Goodbye.
Dobra. Dobra, już się rozejrzymy w dokach, jak już tu jesteśmy. To jakiś dziadzia był.
It's locked, all right. Hello, boy.
A, jakiś chłopak, dobra.
Good evening.
Rufus, o.
No, it's just that...
Well, I won't.
My name is Rufus, so...
Już cię możemy zahipnotyzować. Okej.
What can you tell me?
It's all about staying out of trouble. But since most people prefer to avoid me, it's pretty easy.
Why do
They call me Rufus the Curse. Around here, I'm a bit of a bad luck charm.
Have you ever thought about leaving?
Where else would I go? At least I know these streets and some people around here. This is my...
What do you do?
I listen to the news on the docks, sir. And I smile at those kind enough to spare me a bob.
Do you have a job?
It's hard to work, what with my head and all. Since I was a boy, I've always had trouble remembering what I do and what...
What do people...
Things have been tense between the Wet Boot Boys and the communists. They both feel they should run the docks.
Okej.
Are you alone?
I don't...
So you have no home?
No. I mean, yes. I live...
You should be careful, Rufus. There are things that lurk in the shadows of this city. Things that prey on the lonely and the desperate.
I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne. She's been very kind to me.
Why do you think she's so considerate?
I can't say, sir. I guess she's a good soul. Sometimes this life replaces the mother I lost. Even
Okej.
So long, Rufus.
Może jeszcze czekaj. Tu może coś będzie. Nie, nie ma. Dobra.
So long.
Tu jest ta kobieta.
Good evening, madam.
Why?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, the Spanish flu. Well, that's quite liberal of you, Doctor. But this is no time to be knocking at people.
The disease takes away the good people too, madam.
It's Mrs. Fishburne.
Okej.
Please don't stay too long, sir.
Się rozejrzę po jej mieszkaniu, które... No jest dosyć skromne.
Best grow eyes in the back of that head, sir.
It's locked, all right.
Gentlemen are easy targets in these parts. So you have...
Yes.
Forgive my rudeness at the door. It's just my son doesn't like strangers coming in the house.
How is life?
Life has always been hard in the East End. But it's everywhere nowadays, isn't it?
Do you think the increase in violence has anything to do with the epidemic?
Don't know. But it's most likely linked to the gangs, if you ask me. Recently, it's like everyone has had to pick a side.
Violence has always fed on poverty, don't you think? It's a cruel law of the human condition.
And selfishness is their rotten fruit. These days, you could just die in the gutter and no one will...
May I ask what you...
Since my husband died, I worked at the Dawson Rope factory, but it closed before the war. I occasionally help at the night asylum, in exchange for food.
Did your husband...
Oh no, my Jack was a docker. He died when my Seymour was just a lad. The poor boy saw his dad slip and fall from that scaffolding.
How do you...
My Seymour works at the docks, just like his dad. He's very attached to the house he grew up in. It's not always easy, but we get by all right.
The orphan that regards you as a mother.
You mean Rufus? I wish I could do even more for the poor boy. Most people are so selfish.
But you're not.
Years may have passed, but I haven't forgotten how it feels to go through days with nothing but an empty stomach.
I'm trying to locate Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where he could be?
You talking about the one everyone calls the sad saint? The man who takes...
The very same.
I'm sorry. I don't know where his shelter is.
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne. Take care of yourself.
I can't remember the last time I had a good sleep.
Okej.
I've been nothing but glory.
To jak gdzie Rufus? Poszedł tu.
Evening.
Evening, Miss.
Dobra.
So long.
Pogadajmy z tym tu gościem.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. What?
I was just being polite.
Don't like questions or doctors. And the name is Seymour Fishburne, if you must know.
What can you tell?
A shithole filled with maggots.
Are you think...
No. Hate them all. Especially these petty, whining little...
Is there no one who deserves your...
Well, Tom from our local is somewhat of a decent bloke. At least, unlike most maggots, he knows how to listen without opening his trap.
Okay.
What's your...
I take care of my mum. That's what I do. She's the only good thing in my life.
You seem
I lost the necklace I bought her. I'm a fucking idiot. Oh.
Sometimes it's...
I just wanted to smile. No, I was
Goodbye.
Dobra. Ale tutaj to było. Aha! To jest w ogóle inna babka. No dobra. Dobra, tam dalej już nie chcemy się zapuszczać. Myślę, że tutaj ze wszystkim jest git jakby, no tam... Kiedy indziej się zapuścimy, na razie tu się skupimy na tym troszeczkę. Z doków to tak, no Delanej. Myślę, że jego krew byłoby ciekawie wypić. Niego, bo jest łowcą wampirów. Archera chyba też, to z nim chyba nic nie będzie. No i jakoś tak, myślę, że będzie git, co nie? Dobra. No to co, moi drodzy, ja wam bardzo dziękuję za ten odcinek. Z tej strony był Polski Gracz, trzymajcie się.